Imagine this. A 14-year-old girl walks into one of New York's most elite banks with a $50,000 check. Within seconds, she's mocked, humiliated, and accused of fraud. But what no one in that building knew was that this teenager wasn't just a customer. She was about to expose the darkest secrets of the entire banking system. The golden doors of Sterling National Bank, Manhattan's pride, slid open. Inside, chandeliers sparkled above polished marble floors. Customers in designer suits whispered as a teenage girl, Alyssa Carter, walked confidently to the counter. Behind a desk stood Gregory Hale, branch manager for 15 years, proud of his Ivy League degree and spotless record. His smirk widened as he saw the girl. Gregory, mocking laugh. "Sweetheart, are you sure you're in the right place? The community bank is 3 blocks down." Alyssa didn't blink. She slid her school ID across the counter. Alyssa, calmly, "I'd like to open." She placed a crisp check for $50,000 on the counter. The room fell silent. A wealthy woman, Linda Crawford, clutching her Chanel bag, muttered to her friend, "That's exactly why kids like this shouldn't be allowed in serious institutions." Gregory's face hardened. "Honey, this isn't a joke. Fraud is a federal crime. I should call security, maybe even the police." Alyssa's heart raced, but her expression didn't. She remembered her father's words. "People's true colors show when they think you're powerless." She gently tapped her smartwatch. A hidden camera began recording every sneer, every word dripping with contempt. Gregory, snapping fingers. "Marcus, we've got a situation." A towering security guard approached. Around the lobby, heads turned. A gray-haired customer, Mr. Peterson, muttered, "She probably stole it." At their family's penthouse, David Carter, CEO of Sterling National Bank, had told Alyssa about disturbing reports. Black and Latino customers being treated like— Alyssa leaned forward, fire in her eyes. "Dad, let me go. I'll visit these branches as a regular kid. They'll never suspect me. We'll see the truth." David hesitated, torn between fear and pride. Finally, he agreed. This day, this moment, was the result. Back in the branch, Gregory picked up the phone. "Police? Yes, I have a teenager here attempting a fraudulent deposit. I'll hold her until you arrive." Alyssa's lips curled into the faintest smile. Not fear, but victory. Because just 2 blocks away, inside a cafe, her father watched the live stream with Marissa Chen, head of HR, and Robert Alvarez, chief legal counsel. Every second was being documented. Minutes later, sirens wailed. 2 NYPD officers, Detective Reynolds and Officer Kowalski, strode in. "Reynolds, who reported fraud?" Gregory rushed forward, full of false authority. "This minor. She tried to deposit a forged check." Alyssa calmly, handing ID and passport. "My name is Alyssa Carter. This check is from my father, David Carter, from his account at this very bank." The officers exchanged glances. Kowalski checked the system, his brow furrowed. Mr. Hale? This check is legitimate. Funds available. Issued directly by David Carter." Gregory's face drained of color. Alyssa, voice steady, audience hushed. "Do you know why I'm really here today? To prove a point. 3 months ago, my father became CEO. Since then, we've seen endless complaints of discrimination at branches just like this one. Customers of color treated like criminals. Today, I wanted to see it with my own eyes." She raised her wrist. The smartwatch blinked red. "Everything is recorded." Linda Crawford stepped back, pale. Mr. Peterson shrank in his seat. Marcus, the guard, looked suddenly nervous. The doors swung open. In walked David Carter, flanked by Marissa and Robert. Silence filled the bank. "Mr. Hale, you didn't know she was my daughter. And that's exactly the problem. You saw only her skin, her age, and you assumed criminality." Marissa held up a tablet. "We have everything, every sneer, every slur, documented." Suddenly, cameras flashed. Catherine Brooks, a journalist from the New York Times, entered with her crew. Mr. Carter, as agreed, we're here to cover systemic discrimination at Sterling National. And what we just witnessed is proof. Linda gasped, "Are you filming this?" Alyssa, calmly, "Yes, and not just this. For 6 weeks, I visited 12 branches. Half treated me fairly. Half treated me like trash. I wasn't alone. I sent friends of different races to test it. And the difference was shocking." Alyssa opened another file. Dozens of videos appeared. Employees offering shady investments to white teens while rejecting minorities. She pressed play. Gregory's own voice echoed, "Between us, sweetheart, these deals give me fat commissions. Don't tell anyone." Robert, the lawyer, shook his head. "Financial fraud, on top of civil rights violations. This will bring federal investigations." Gregory stammered, This is out of context." But before he could finish, Victoria Lee, another minority branch manager, stepped forward with a flash drive. "These are internal emails. Proof that managers were trained to profile clients by race and income." The bank erupted. Customers whispered. Officers crossed their arms. Catherine's cameras captured every second. Gregory slumped into his chair. Linda hid her face. Peterson looked like he'd collapse. Alyssa's calm voice cut the tension. "Gregory, remember when you laughed at me? You said if I had balance, I'd pay double. Well, my father owns 30% of this bank. I have far more than balance. And today, you'll pay double the price of arrogance and discriminate." Gasps filled the hall. David placed a proud hand on his daughter's shoulder. Discrimination poisons institutions from within. But courage can cleanse them. Today, my daughter proved what so many have suffered silently. That ends now.